Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Life, Liberty, Happiness. I am your jolly host, Brian Sly, here with Woody.
That's my favorite intro ever so far.
Just stop. Just stop. And behind me is DW.
Merry Christmas.
And we have a new person now.
We do.
Lauren Lingenfeld. Oh, my God.
Oh, you did it.
Already.
I did it fine with
You can
her.
spell it, but you
my
can't say
gosh.
I can't even read my own writing.
Wow.
Lingenfelter? Is that right? Yeah. Okay, I got a thumbs up.
And she's on a delay because she's doing videos.
That was a thumb, right? Not the middle. Okay, we're good. We're good to go. Anyway, we have a new person that's our intern. So welcome to the show. Thank you. Thank you. So later on, she'll get more familiar with us and we'll include her in. She'll keep me in check.
That's right.
So Merry Christmas, Adam.
Merry Christmas, Adam.
Yes. The day before Christmas Eve is Christmas Adam.
Is it really?
I'm gonna-
I get
yes.
it now. Oh,
I'm
man,
gonna-
I was slow on that one.
I'm going to make
Okay.
this a new holiday. I think there should be a Christmas Adam for divorced people. Divorced people have it rough because you've got so many different things, right?
You're
You've got-
right. You're
You've
right.
got a household over here and a household over here.
Yeah.
Different grandparents. I mean, you could have just with one divorced parent couple. You could have what, 8
Oh my
grandparents?
gosh. Yeah.
Is that right?
If everybody's still kicking, yeah.
Right.
You go around the list.
Correct. So
Have you seen the new divorced Barbie at Christmas time?
no.
She comes with half of Ken's stuff too.
Did I die?
Yeah, good one. So-
I did not know. Not to interrupt you on the show notes. Everybody, Brian and DW, they have these very detailed show notes. It said Christmas Eve, Adam. I had no clue. Like I thought, like you were going to like Skype in Adam. I didn't know who that was, but that is a great idea.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve, Adam.
It's so hectic. So most everybody now gets a half a day off for Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
I'm pushing for a half a day off for Christmas Adam.
Man, I'm with you.
That way, these divorced parents, they can have an extra day to prepare.
Yeah.
So I'm looking out for everybody.
Look at that, man of the people. Look at that.
So speaking of that, Christmas updates.
Yes.
What is Christmas like in the Woody household?
Oh man. Well, speaking of divorced parents, yeah, we, on my wife's side, we have to run around a little bit because that is one of those, her mom and dad are divorced, but they get along great. So this year we're actually getting to consolidate because they're going to hang out together. So that do. But honestly, we wake up with our 2 dogs, probably play a Disney movie, okay, Christmas Carol, something like that, and then it's pretty chill for us. We don't have kids running around.
Yeah.
Unwrapping presents. We have our little dogs that have stockings, and then we do our gift thing on Christmas morning. But usually Christmas Eve we'll watch a Christmas Vacation and The Grinch, the Jim Carrey version, the only version that exists.
That's a great.
And then
That's a great Christmas.
Yeah, right?
I mean, I wish mine was like that. DW, what's yours?
Well, we live on a small farm, so it doesn't recognize holidays. So the wife and the daughter are still bottle feeding a calf and trying to wean him. So
Steve Rush visits on Christmas Day.
he does. The Grinch comes over. So we'll get up, feed the animals, and hopefully quiet the rest of the day. And then sometime during the day, your friend Ron will give me a call, and I'll talk to him for a while. We might video call you in. And then hopefully it's just quiet the rest of the day. Small meal at the house. We're not going nowhere this year.
No.
My son, my son is working, so we got to work around his schedule to go see them and the grandkids.
Well, that doesn't. I mean, I always feel like it's hectic for me, but I will say so. For Christmas for us is pretty simple. I usually wake up early, start cooking. Like I used to smoke ribs, so I was up at 2:00 in the morning starting a smoker,
and that's hardcore.
I only did it a few times, but we typically have her parents over, my parents over, nieces and nephews. So it's typically 20 to 25 people.
Man,
You can't do that.
Why? Well, I can't now.
I'm
not
going
this year.
to report you.
But it's gotten to the point now where last year, I think it was last year, the year before, I just told my wife, I said, let's go.
Yeah.
So we did. We went to Disney. So
best Christmas.
we did. It was wonderful.
Yep.
She happened to have a friend of hers that had a house 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
We stayed there, had Christmas there that morning, and just did Disney for 3 or 4 days. And at the time, Logan was still at Liberty High School. Oddly enough, Liberty High School was playing a basketball tournament the week after Christmas in North Florida. Yes. So we just drove straight up, went to the basketball tournament. So we kind of made it a whole
man, that worked
week and a
out.
half. Yeah, that was wonderful.
That
So,
was good.
but we're back to, and not that I dislike having family over.
I know.
It's just you want that peace and quiet. But it's at the same time, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It's the cooking. I don't mind the cooking. It's not bad.
Yeah.
But
That's a big crew though. 25. Like that's like Christmas vacation right
Yeah.
there. That's like
You have
Yeah, see,
leftovers with all those people there?
yeah. What's up with that?
No, so the best part about it is they leave about as quick as they come. So that's a good. I mean,
That's
they
actually
don't.
good. That's yeah.
Yeah, they don't hang around whatsoever.
They eat.
They
You've
eat
been
and
up
go.
since 2 a.m. cooking for everybody. They eat and then they leave. No,
They eat and they're
they
out.
don't thank the chef or anything. That's
Correct.
It's just like yeah.
And there's we've got one that's can't eat meat, right? So you always have the one that you got to do something different for, and I always get yelled at because I don't. I either forget.
What do
know.
What do you cook for the non-meat eater that while you're cooking ribs?
I don't. My wife, I think, takes
Oh.
care of it because I'll forget.
That's
I
not
mean,
up to the griller. Yeah.
Sorry. Well, anyway, I'm. Hopefully, everybody has a really nice Christmas. It's a weird year because of COVID, but hopefully, everybody has a good Christmas, and it's holiday season. So right
holiday
after that,
season.
you roll right into New Year's.
And I can't speak for everybody, but this Christmas just seems like it just sped right up,
Yes,
and it
it's
is
here.
here, and it is like where did you come from? Christmas, Thanksgiving was just yesterday.
Right.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
everybody get out and see the Christmas star last night?
Oh man, I did not. I forgot about it.
Well,
I saw it plenty of times on Facebook.
that don't count.
That does not.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I mean seriously. No, DW, I did not.
Yeah, DW has the prime viewing location.
He
for
does.
such things.
Absolutely, he
yes.
does.
Yeah, I introduced Brian to looking
Yeah.
at the space station. He didn't know that even existed or come over.
We need to do a podcast out there.
Let's do it.
Yeah, a remote.
I don't know about that.
That's in 2021.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we've got things to look forward to.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on to what's happening.
What's that?
There we go.
Yeah.
So this segment, What's Happening, is brought to you by Brian Sly, your favorite host. Give it a little update about the sports school board. If you are on Facebook, you notice that it got blown up. It was crazy. So they had a special. We spoke with Susan Kirby last week live on the show.
Live on the first time ever.
And the breaking news was they were having a special called meeting. So the hang up is there's a matrix that the CDC puts out that puts you in colored categories for risk. And Bedford is currently in the red. So they had adopted a policy that schools wouldn't play high school sports if you were in the red.
Yeah.
Apparently, a bunch of parents were not happy with that because who knows when we'll be out of red. And these, so a lot of people were upset. So they went back and they revoted or re-looked at that. And it came down to a 4-3 vote. Unfortunately, they stuck with the matrix. So there are no sports right now. That doesn't mean forever. As long as we're in the red, there are no sports. And so, I don't know.
I did read an interesting, and this is by no means pointing the finger or, saying anything bad about the decision making, but it was an interesting article. I think it was on the News in Advance that he was commenting more about the information coming out of the school systems where they have let the parents down in that way, where it was a lot of back and forth. Nobody really knows. Correct. And there's no easy, like, hey, go here. And here is the reasoning or the why, things change so quickly.
Correct.
that everybody's like, well, what are we doing? And we're supposed to live stream and I'm texting you. Well, I haven't heard. Like, so that was an interesting, I think, outlook on it, how the parents and obviously the kids, but the parents, like, yeah, you just got to wonder if you have kids in multiple sports, schools,
Right.
all this stuff. Like, how in the world do you keep it straight? Like, with all the changes. So,
And that's
I mean, I know they're working hard though.
That's a tough call because there's no right decision.
No, you're exactly right. There's no like template to follow. So it's like, gosh, if like talking to Susan was super helpful.
Yes.
After the meetings, after everything, after the art, like whatever, if you straight, because I mean, so, and I think that's what we've talked about, a communication thing, like just like one source. Here's your message, get it out. That way, everybody kind of knows.
Well, I mean, I think I've been pretty consistent with it.
Yeah.
Like we've said before, 46 other states are doing sports.
Yeah.
We're in that category of I'm not sure. I get the parent that kind of brought it home for me was the one that said, our governor says it's okay, VHSL says it's okay, but somehow it's not okay. You know, it's like, at what point is it okay? So I don't know. I don't know where they go from here.
So we got to get out of the red. That's
the key, I guess.
red zone.
But I mean, I just know what it has done to those who have lost the sport. And to think that it was bad enough when the seniors didn't get it last year and no graduation really.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a makeshift graduation, but let's be honest. The kids did not get a senior year last year.
No.
Right? I mean, it's not and it only happens once, by the way.
That's it.
But I mean, you could have juniors that are reliving this nightmare all over again of not playing a second year. And that's difficult because typically your whole high school sporting, it's all about varsity, right?
Yeah.
You don't get JV scores on newspaper.
Yeah.
Right? And that's kind of what we always taught in football. Hey, they would be upset on JV nights. Like, suck it up. It's not that nobody doesn't care. It's just that nobody's reading your name. Let's concentrate on what we're all here to focus on, and that's getting to the next level. Yeah. So to think these kids might not have a next level that they have worked so hard to get to.
Well, and the ones looking for scholarships, the scouts, everything, all the way around. You feel bad for everybody.
That's right.
Yeah.
So in that same line, let me start to go off on what I think is ridiculous.
Okay.
College sports, and mainly the college football playoff and the bowl system right now.
Oh, yeah.
So for years, I have not, I mean, you just hear the NCAA talk about how they determine who gets into the college playoffs and who gets into bowls, right?
Yeah. Strength
of schedule is always at the top. That's what they say. So you have these smaller schools like Liberty or Coastal Carolina or some of the for years it was Boise State. They never got a chance to play in the big games because, well, their strength of schedule wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
It's a catch-22 because those teams are always trying to get the bigger schools to play them, but the bigger schools don't want to play them because they're just good enough that it could happen.
Yeah.
Virginia Tech, ODU, and the nightmare of losing to JMU, things like that happen. So they don't want to schedule them. So how do you schedule a harder strength of schedule?
Yeah.
So in all the years, this would have been the year to have a smaller school get into a playoff. Oh no. Ohio State gets in. Now, I don't have anything against Ohio State. Here's the problem I have. Ohio State played 6 games all year long. That's it. So you've got Alabama, I think was 11-0, and you've got Clemson, I think it was 10-1, and Notre Dame, same record, and the last one. What was the last one of the college football playoffs? Why am I drawing a blank? What did I say? Ohio State. Ohio State, Notre Dame, Clemson, and I don't know why I'm drawing a blank here. Who the fourth one is?
You should write these things down like some notes for the show.
Well, I did, but I went off on the. Teams
I don't see it in the show notes here.
I went off on the teams that didn't make it. So anyway, Notre Dame, Clemson, Ohio State, and I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. There was only
Alabama.
Good Lord,
Alabama. I was just
the number one
Alabama.
So anyway, it's easy to miss Alabama, right? So I looked up some stuff today. So Ohio State finished 6-0, right?
Yep.
Okay. 2 wins against a team with a winning record.
Yeah.
One of those teams that had a winning record had no wins against a team with a winning record. Not exactly hard strength of schedule, right? So the teams that were left out. Now, I'm only going, you can argue Notre Dame, but let's just stick with Ohio State right now. Coastal Carolina, 11-0. So they played a lot more games,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
They had 1, 2, Louisiana Lafayette, Georgia Southern, Georgia State, Appalachian State, and BYU.
Yeah.
All had winning records.
Mm-hmm.
BYU only had 1 loss. Coastal Carolina beat them all.
Yeah.
Cincinnati, 9-0. Memphis, Tulsa, UCF, Army, SMU, all had winning records. They beat them all. And then you could argue Texas A&M. They beat teams with winning records. Alabama, they lost. Their one loss was to Alabama, and then they beat Auburn and Florida, both with winning records. None of those got in.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. If ever you're going to, this would be the year to do it.
This would be the year.
But you rewarded the team that had a terrible strength of schedule and only played 6 games.
It's all about who's going to.
It's all about money.
That's it.
And here's what proves it. This is what I really had a gripe about. Army. Army didn't make a bowl game. Army went 9-2 this year and didn't go to a bowl game. So you have something called the Armed Forces Bowl.
Yeah.
Might want to think maybe Army would fit in that, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
No.
They didn't even make the Armed Forces Bowl.
No. Guess who did?
Oh boy.
Mississippi State. Okay.
Yeah.
And Tulsa. Tulsa 6-2 on the year.
Yeah.
Mississippi State 3-7.
Gosh.
3 wins.
That's it. You're right,
Army
though.
stays at home. That's terrible in and of itself.
Yeah.
But wait, there's another chance. There's another bowl called the Military Bowl.
Yeah.
Guess what?
What?
They didn't make that bowl either. You know why?
Why?
Because they canceled the bowl this year. You know why they canceled the bowl? Because they said they couldn't find teams to play in it.
Oh, come on.
This is not a joke. So what they all have in common is this. They all have TV contracts with ESPN.
Yeah.
So if it's not going to generate the revenue, but don't give me the excuse of it's all strength of schedule and all this. When you have a group of men and women that fight for our country, that in this instance, play football for 4 years, and then they're gonna end up, and we can't let them play in a bowl game.
Yeah.
It hit me wrong, and I'm like, man, something's got to be fixed with that. But that irked me because I've told you before, sports is my thing.
That's your thing.
And I feel like it's leaving me. And
it's a hard year for you. Yeah.
I hate it because competition, I said it before, we are replacing the competition with attention. It's more about, hey, there's a dangly thing hanging over here. Look at this.
It's a product now. It's no longer, it's ticket sales, of advertising, attendance, whatever. And it has nothing to do with the competition. Well, clearly because of the records you show. Like
football, I can't understand because in basketball, all of us, even people who aren't sports fans, get that bracket, and you can't wait to find that Cinderella team. Speaking of Disney, the Cinderella team that upsets somebody.
Yeah.
But in football, they don't even allow that to happen.
No,
we don't even allow the Cinderella team to have a chance.
Yeah,
and so. I don't know. I hope it changes in the future. Yeah. Maybe this year will bring enough outrage, but sorry. I read it, saw it, and hated it, and I figured I would talk about it today. So anyway, now on to more happier things.
On a lighter note.
We are going to welcome in our guest today. Our guest is with Mini Traveling Boutique. It is Kristen Breedlove.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I am doing great. Real happy to be here. Thank you.
So, I'll give you a little quick synopsis of my brain. When there's a lot of things going on, so I asked her to send me a bio, right?
Yeah.
I see her laughing. So she sends me a 6-page bio. No, it's It's a
Wow.
paragraph, and I would love to read it. And I am going to kind of hit the highlights.
There you go.
You are from Northern Virginia. Now, I love the part about your father being a state trooper.
Thank you.
I have friends of mine that are state troopers, and I appreciated you putting that in there. So, congratulations for your dad being a state trooper. And I know growing up, was it hard?
It was different. Being the daughter of a state police officer
Mm-hmm.
was a little different. And, I can say I'm from Northern Virginia, but I kind of feel like I lived all over the state
Oh,
of
sure.
Virginia. We
Yeah.
moved around a lot, but it was, it's an honoring thing to be able to say, oh, my father works for the Virginia State Police, so I'm very proud of him.
You should be, very much so. And we are appreciative of all of those who sacrifice, and they do. They do a lot for our community, and I just don't think people give them enough credit
No.
for that. But you are a graduate of Liberty University.
Yes, I am. I'm a proud graduate, and I'm
Good.
happy to say I'm an alumni. So
wow.
that's exciting.
Yes, it
Didn't think
is.
I was going to make it. So.
There are, like I asked my stepson when he got in how his grades were for this first semester.
Yeah.
And I laughed because usually he's, straight A student. And he says, I passed. And I got worried there for a minute, but
That's all you need to know.
I
Yep.
told him when he got to college, I said, listen, I was hard on you in high school, and I do want you to do well in college, but pass is the key.
Yes.
Once you get to the degree, maybe this happens, I have never in my lifetime heard of an interview where they say, what were your grades in college? Now, it may
Exactly.
happen,
Yeah.
but I think really all they care
Yeah.
about is you graduate.
That's right. You
So-
get that degree, you're good to go.
Well, we're happy to have you on the show. So give me a little bit of what are you doing? How you started? What
Sure.
what it is?
Yeah, so Minnie's Travel Boutique, we're a travel agency, and we specialize in magical vacation planning for magical destinations. And one of those places is the happiest place and most magical place on earth, which is Walt Disney World and Disneyland.
Oh, that's awesome. So how did you? I mean, you're a graduate from Liberty, and all of a sudden you wake up one day and go, "This is what I want to do." Or,
Oh, well, it always goes back to the first time when I went to Disney. Actually, before I even went to Disney World, when I was born, my mother actually went to a library and found this. Okay, I'm gonna date here. Records. You guys remember records?
Oh, yeah.
So like a record holder at a library, it was all decked out in Disney, and the library was giving the record case away. Well, my mom's like, I'm going to take that, refurbish it, and make it Kristen's crib. So I actually
Oh, wow.
I was born into Disney. I had no choice, kind of. My whole room was decorated with a mural of, Mickey and, just Dumbo flying over a
that's
rainbow.
great.
It was so cool. So, I just, from seeing those images to actually being able to go when I was 7 years old, I just remember the first time I stepped into Magic Kingdom, I knew I wanted to be a part of Disney some way, shape, or
Yeah.
form one day in my life. And I didn't think it was going to happen for me because I didn't really know how to get plugged in. I was so focused in a different degree and area
Mhm.
of my degree. You guys, I graduated with an English degree.
Wow.
And so I was thinking, I'm going to be a teacher. But from there, I just thought, I was like, wow, I love going to Disney. And how do I get plugged in? How do I do this? And, sometimes you have to be at the right places at the right time. And that's kind of what happened. I was working at Liberty, and I loved what I did. Everybody knew me, and they actually called me Tink because I served as a senior executive assistant and helped a lot of people with traveling. But anytime I went on vacation, they were always asking, where you going? I'm like, oh, I'm going to Walt Disney World.
Is there any other place to go, really?
Right? I mean, yes.
So, would you say the biggest stigma that I think people should know is, I guess people always assume that Disney is just a kid's thing.
Oh, gosh.
And please explain. It's wrong. I mean, it is an adult. I mean, it is for kids too, but adults can go and have way more fun.
Right. So I get that question a lot, actually. A lot of people are like, why would I want to go to Disney when I'm, in my 30s?
Right.
We were all kids at one point of time, and we forget that. Disney brings out something in you that no other place can bring out. So when you walk in there, you remember what it was like as a kid to sit down and like watch The Wonderful World of Disney when it came on TV. So that was the biggest thing. Like I tell a lot of people, hey, listen, you have been working way too hard. You need a chance to just be happy and recharge. And this is a great way to do it.
Oh, yes. So, what was your first, do you remember your first trip?
I do. I was 7 years old. I'm going to tell you, I'm so proud of this moment. I was an entrepreneur when I was born, I think. One of my favorite things was on the curb of where I grew up in Manassas, Virginia. I had a lemonade stand, and I charged lemonade for a penny, but I didn't know how to give back change. And so I was like, oh, get your lemonade for 1 cent. And people would come up and give me like a $5 bill. And I was like, oh, thank you. And I'd hand them the lemonade and they'd just kind of look at me like, oh. And I was like, I'm trying to go to Disney. And they're like, oh, okay, it's for a good cause. But I actually raised all my money to go to Walt Disney through my lemonade stand.
Wow.
So we went to Disney. I remember walking in and just, it was so exciting. The music, they were playing Under the Sea. The whole band was out there, and my mom and I were just dancing on Main Street, USA. We were so excited to be there.
Man, that is so awesome. Because I remember I think everybody has to remember their first time.
Yes.
It's like, when you first go in, you can't, there's nothing here that can describe it.
No.
I don't care if you try, you cannot describe seeing it. And I'm sure there are people, I guess, even the Grinch would have I think they would have a good time.
Yes.
People, it's just, it's impossible not to have a good time at Disney. Wouldn't you say, DW?
Oh, I agree. Yeah, totally.
Well, it was funny because we took my mother. I was telling everybody she's 63. She'd never been, and then so the first day I know it was like, and
cool.
It was so funny because like for the month leading up to it, I was texting her every day like a Disney picture or something where we were staying. This is and so the whole way down there we drove down there and we're talking. And then the first day we go to Animal Kingdom, right? Just to kind of warm her up to the theme park idea.
Sure.
And then the second day, which was a beautiful, couldn't have been a prettier day. No rain, no nothing. And we come in. It was so we walk into the Magic Kingdom. And right the time when we walk in, you look up and all the characters are up there waving at everybody.
Yep.
Well, she instantly is just like,
Oh,
that was what's on TV.
starts.
Oh my God. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, come on, let's go over here. And for those, when you go to Disney, you go in, and right now the Christmas tree's in the center, and then when you get there, you see the castle.
Magic Kingdom, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I thought I was gonna have to like catch her. Like she just was like, she could not believe it, and it literally took her a second. Like she could not. She was just. It was like she was a kid,
Yeah.
and it was like you're exactly right. Like she went to a place instantly when she walked into Disney,
Yeah,
and it was magical.
we love to call those castle crying moments
Oh,
because
yes,
every
she did.
single time I see it, I cool quite
Oh, my
often.
gosh.
I literally always have a tear. I'm like,
Wow.
oh, I made it.
Who's your favorite character?
Oh, what a question.
That was not on
Obviously,
my list.
Yeah,
you
you
know, obviously, if I have mouse ears, listening, it's definitely going to be Mickey Mouse.
Okay.
I mean, he's
So another question I have is:
yes.
Is Goofy a dog? What is he?
Yes, Goofy's a dog.
Why wouldn't he be?
Absolutely.
Well, isn't that weird
He's
though?
Goofy.
But he walks around with Pluto, who's a dog.
Yeah.
It's kind of odd.
You know, it's all in the imagination,
Yeah.
right?
That's right.
Because Goofy's my favorite character.
Give me your best Goofy impression.
I'm Goofy.
Not
That's
bad.
amazing.
Not bad, DW.
Give me yours. What's yours?
Oh, no, are you kidding? I can't do.
Oh, come on.
Oh, no. Oh, I can't. I don't know how to do impressions. I can do a Minnie.
Okay.
Or no, I don't know. Minnie?
Yes.
Okay, right? Oh, Mickey.
There you
It's
go.
good.
That's
Very
very
good. Everybody close your eyes and replay it. It's
All right. What do you got to do yours?
Oh, I have nothing. This whole Nelson County
Yeah.
accent, that's not.
I don't know.
It
the
doesn't do
name
anything.
Woody, like, you know,
Well,
Woody from Toy Story.
Well, you would.
Land?
All right, so thank God for Pixar coming up with the character Woody, because all through high school, like my name is Woody. That's it, Woody. It was Woody Woodpecker all through high school. Woody Woodpecker, that laugh, like all of it.
Wow.
And then it was, oh my God. Okay.
You can tell.
DW's over there laughing in
No,
his
we're
chair.
bringing up a childhood memory that he
It was-
obviously wants to move on from.
It was relentless in high school with my name, and then all of a sudden,
I don't think I told that.
and then I get out and then graduate, and then Pixar comes out with Toy Story,
Yes.
and then Woody. Now all the kids know, oh, Woody from Toy Story. I was like, where was that when I was growing up? Like
Yes,
I'd never
much
gotten
better.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
much better.
So, do you have a favorite memory?
Oh, yes. Obviously, the first time I went to Disney, just walking in and dancing on Main Street with my mom, I'll never forget that. There's so many magical memories, but probably the one I'm most proudest of is this one from last year. I did what is called the Disney 24-hour Disney Challenge. That's
Oh,
what it was
wow.
called, where I visited Walt Disney World, all 4 theme parks, along with Disneyland and their theme parks within 23 and a half hours.
What?
It was crazy.
Oh my gosh!
Now, you
was-
have to
How-
explain. So,
How does it work?
How does that even?
you've got 4 parks,
It was a total of 6. Yeah.
and then you fly
Mm-hmm.
to California
Yes.
and do the other 2 parks.
Yes.
What?
It was awesome. It was a bucket list item of mine. I learned about it through like
I've
there's-
never even heard of this.
That's crazy. Yeah.
There's a ton of Disney enthusiasts, and I saw some people that had done it at Disney, and I was like, what is this? Because you hear about challenges like, oh, do
Yeah.
the 4
Mhm.
park Walt Disney World challenge, all 4 parks in one day. I'm like, that's cool. Kind of do that anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
If I got one day, I'm going to park hop
Yeah.
through all those parks. But I really wanted to do it as a bucket challenge in my life. And so my really good friend, she was like, let's do it. And so it was exhausting, but what you did was you ride one ride in each park and you take a photo. And so we would get on a ride, take a photo, run to the next park, get on a ride. And one of my craziest things is that Magic Kingdom was about to close, and that was one of the parks that we had to get into.
Oh, yeah.
And we were riding the monorail broke down, and we were like, oh no, we're not going to make it. And everybody is leaving Magic Kingdom, and I have to say, going against traffic to go ride Pirates of the Caribbean. I have never run down Main Street USA in all my life, and I don't run. So it was awesome. But it worked out so well. You have so many things that could go against you, like flights and
Yeah.
time, and you just don't know what's going to get in your way. And when we made it, I mean, we were plumb. I was really just exhausted. My friend
I
was
love that.
she was awesome.
Oh my
You
gosh.
definitely want to have somebody go with you that is going to be able to that's better than you in a lot of ways. That's going to be able to push you to get through it.
That's
and
great.
so it was super fun.
Well, so have you had a not so great memory?
Yes.
Like of something that just
Every
didn't-
single time I go.
Okay.
When I leave.
Oh,
That is the
okay, that's a
worst
great,
memory.
yeah.
I mean,
No, I can understand.
oh
that.
my goodness,
Yeah.
when you leave, it's just like, oh man, got to go back to reality. And that's really sad. I mean,
Yes.
it's kind of like, oh, because I mean, Woody knows. Like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
leave and you're like,
Get the Disney
oh,
blues. It's
you
like
do.
the couple of days. It's like
I will say you're right. It's like here's it with the beach, right?
Yeah.
Just went there a couple weeks ago, whatever. You enjoy the time you're spending with your family, and then day 3, you start to do the fishing stuff because I just feel like I have to at that point.
I love to fish.
And so, but day 4, you're like, all right, I got.
Let's
I'm
hit
ready.
the
I'm
road.
ready.
Are
to
y'all
hit
ready to go?
There's no way with Disney that
No.
you're like, it's time to get out of here. There's no way.
No.
I mean,
No.
it is so much to do, which brings me into what I could not wait to have you on for this. And give us, all right. So I'm not a rookie, but for those people out here who are thinking about going to Disney, which if you're even remotely, we have a train coming through.
And does it remind you of Disney? You
It
know, the
does.
train
It
going by.
does. It's the Lily
Hey,
Bell,
everybody,
everyone.
close your eyes.
Close your belly. Close your eyes.
We're at
Ooh.
Disney.
All right. So, but basically, for those people who are thinking about a trip, first of all, if you are thinking about it, let me just say they should contact you.
Yes.
So tell them how
please.
they can contact you, and then we'll go
Sure.
into some tips. And things.
Sure. So the best way to get in touch with me and our amazing team is go to www.minniestravelboutique.com. If you specifically want to speak to me specifically, you can send me an email at Kristen, that's Kristen, at minniestravelboutique.com. And just send me an email. I'm also on Facebook. My handler is www.facebook.com/ChrissyAndMinnie.
Gotcha. Okay.
And
so
I might add that it is very important and you know this, if you're going to Disney for like the first time,
Mm-hmm.
it's important to have like a plan or no or someone help you that has never been, because like you said, like you tend to want to get everything in and you might miss something, or you don't. And like I remember our first time, we didn't even know where to start. Like we were
Right.
like, what
Yeah.
about food? What do we
So
dining plan? Like,
overwhelming,
you know,
right.
so it's like that is super helpful to have somebody
Yes.
that can be like, here's what you want to do to make the most of your time down there, especially your first time. Like that is like a vital service. Like we've been a couple times, and it's like, man, I wish the first time
Yes,
we'd have
and
had a clue.
That would've
that's
been
exactly
Yeah.
what I was going to say.
Yeah.
So when I went the first time, I always try to be the know-it-all. I'm not going to lie. I'm the guy in the commercial where they're saying, "Hey, you hired a plumber, let the plumber do it." I'm that guy. Handing him, "No, you need a
That's right.
3/8."
That's right. You hired him.
So, right.
Yeah.
So I'm that guy. But I will say this: it is worth to call you because you make the mistakes, and you can take those mistakes out.
Right.
Because every rookie, I guarantee you, always does it.
Yeah.
You go in with a plan,
Yep.
forget it,
Yeah.
throw it away.
Yep.
It's Disney. There is no plan.
Yep.
It's just, I think it's worth it, and that's really exciting to have you on because of that. Because the little things that you can teach us, I think would benefit people so much.
Right. One of the biggest things, like you said, we want to educate you before you get there. We want to instill the confidence for you so you know what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, and you're not going to be stressed out when you get there. Most of the time, a lot of people don't realize Disney is called Disney World for a reason. It's humongous.
Yes.
And you don't really know that if you haven't been before.
Right.
So you think, oh, it's just, a normal theme park. No, it is a different type of theme park altogether.
Yeah.
And, in one of the theme parks alone, Magic Kingdom has 6 lands.
Yeah.
They're really big.
Oh, we,
so.
we did an average.
See, I guarantee you, I've seen this much, and I've
Oh
been
my
twice.
I think we walked an average of 12 miles a day
Yeah.
on this past trip. And like I kept thinking while we were there, like, for my mom, her first time, she's 63. And especially now during COVID with some of the different stuff, you have to mobile
Right.
order your food and stuff.
Mhm.
Like now is the most important time because, I mean, thank God we went a few months ago and kind of had a plan. And it was like a little shock. It was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know we had to do this, this, and this.
Right.
So it is like, yeah, and like you said, like if you were thinking about going, it's not a bad time to go. It's super safe.
Right.
But you definitely want to have somebody that knows what they're doing because you want to know what's coming up. You want to know the process, and that way when you land, you can have the best trip possible. So absolutely.
Do you have a large pin collection that people that collect all those pins?
Oh,
and
the pin
trade?
traders.
Yes.
Oh man, I decided not to get involved with that.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of those people that are out there that do it, and it is amazing. I love watching pin collectors, but I would have the huge issue of giving my pin away to somebody
that's the problem
else.
I had too,
I'd be like, oh, I don't want to give this away. But I mean, it's super great. A lot of people love doing pin collecting, and those pins are amazing. I have a friend that, he has an incredible pin collection that he shows, and he always has a story. Every pin has a story, so that's really fun.
The other thing I did when I was there was the smash pennies.
Oh, yes.
And I got the little collector book.
Yes.
So everywhere you went and put the
Oh, so
smash
you've
pin.
been DW?
Yes.
Oh, it's just your wife hasn't been.
Oh, no.
It's time for a trip. Hey, look, after we record the
Uh-oh.
episode, book a trip
Yeah.
Let's
right
do it.
here.
Let's
got
We
do
can
it.
plan it.
You got to. You
Let's
got to.
book
You just
live.
got
You
to.
got to do it. You got to do it.
I'm going to get killed for this one. But so, you have those people that are new. I totally recommend they contact you, get that. So the people that are experienced, what do you think is the biggest mistake that people make? What is
Not calling her before they go.
well,
That's one.
mistake number
That's
one.
not-
I
What's
agree
the
with
second?
Disney is constantly changing, and the only thing that is constant is change, right?
Okay.
So there's always something new with Disney, and it is very hard sometimes to keep up with everything. Part of our job as your travel agent is to make sure that we're keeping up with what's going on with Disney, and they are giving us updates every single day of new rides, new experiences that are coming out, especially like updates with maybe COVID or openings of, new resorts. And one of the other things is a lot of people don't realize that they'll get wrapped up into the details of when they're traveling,
Yes.
to go to Disney. And we want to really help them get out of their head a little bit so that they don't get so wrapped up in that, because then they kind of become these Disney like crazy people that they're like, we got to go here now, and they forget to enjoy themselves.
Yes, that was
The
me.
Disney crazies.
That was me. No, that
Oh
was the
yeah,
first time.
I know.
I'm trying to get
here.
the kids all,
Yep.
everything going. And you're like,
And it becomes stressful.
yes, very stressful.
Right.
Yeah,
You don't want that to happen.
you're exhausted.
I remember now because I'm a happy guy. So
Yeah.
even when I'm stressed, I'm still happy.
Yeah.
Like even when I'm mad, I'm still going, it's, that's what I do. It's just so, I remember being there and my wife and I eating, and the kids were there and looking across at like this kid screaming. This mom is
Oh.
about to have a heart attack. The father, forget about it. He's so mad at this point. And
he's
I'm like,
done.
Oh,
I'm
man.
like, see, that's the part of Disney you don't want to have happen,
Mm-mm.
but it happens because people do not plan.
Yeah. And we call those meltdowns. They're gonna happen
Yes.
because you're going to Disney and it's hitting all the senses,
Correct.
but like overload.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, it's you gotta factor in those things. And I've had a mom call me, that's one of the things that we love to do is when you're at Disney and if you need some help or if you need encouragement, give us a call.
Oh, so you're
Yeah.
available.
Man.
Yeah, absolutely.
there
We're
you
available
go.
the whole
That's-
time.
That's so yeah.
But like she called and she was just like, oh, I'm not doing okay. I said, hey, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. And, the kids are going crazy. I said, listen, let the kids go see Hall of Presidents. Let them go take a break. You need to go do something by yourself real fast so that you're enjoying yourself. She was like, I can do that. We had to give her permission. Like
Right.
she kind of got caught up in everything. So
Mhm.
she went to go ride Dumbo. She got off. She texted me. She said, I feel so much better. Let's do this. And
That's great.
she had a great time.
No, that's
So,
wonderful.
One of the things I do want to make sure that is that our services are completely complimentary when you book with us at Disney.
I
So
gotcha.
you're not paying a fee or a planning fee with us.
Oh, wow.
What kind of separates our agency is that we're an authorized Disney vacation planning agency. And Disney has given us that wonderful title as an agency, and they actually pay the agency a portion of the
okay.
trip. So it's kind of like a commission that we get.
Yeah.
So Mickey pays us, not our clients. That's what we like
great.
to
No,
say.
It's
that's
a
a great-
win-win then.
yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
like you don't even pay extra
Absolutely.
for all the help.
Oh, I feel much better because I know Mickey's paying for it and not me.
That's
There
right.
you go.
So I mean, I'm good to
He's
go
such
there.
a nice mouse.
He
Oh,
really
yeah.
is.
He is. He.
Oh, that's
gift
awesome.
that keeps on giving.
I want to go back now.
No, I mean, so good. So take me through a typical client. So someone's interested to go to Disney, they're going to contact you, and from that point, you kind of cater to their needs.
Absolutely. We start asking some questions specific to from what they're interested in, what they want to do, how, what's something that you really want to make happen on your trip. And then we obviously take all of that and we start looking at what type of trip is going to be great for them. And we start talking to them and helping them envision this trip, that it's actually going to happen. The biggest thing is that we want to make sure that we have enough time to plan.
Yeah.
And that's from, when we say planning, that's from packing, this is
Yeah.
beforehand. And so some of the things that we do to get everybody started is you open up a My Disney Experience account. That's the very first thing you need to do. Because again, you're not going to a theme park, a normal theme park.
Correct. No,
Everything
you're
is,
right.
everything is
So
going to be
right.
working through an app called the My Disney Experience
Yes.
app. And so we get you connected through that. We work through that on your behalf, but we also work through that and educate you on how that works, because that in itself, a lot of people don't go and they don't realize, they go and they realize, what's this? I didn't know I needed to have this.
Mhm.
And so that plays a huge role in the planning process.
Okay.
So we set them up with that. We talk about character dining experiences. We talk about where do you want to start in the parks. And then we kind of talk about these dining reservations, which are a big deal at Disney.
Yes.
We make dining reservations on behalf of our clients. We wake up at 0600 in the morning to make those for our clients.
Man.
The moment that opens up, we are getting what you want. So we talk about all of that. And then even to the preference of the resort that you're wanting to stay at, to the tier level within the resort. There's different levels of the resort that you can stay at, and that has a price point factor in it that can make a difference for a client to just even being able to stay at that resort. Sometimes they think, oh, I'm never going to be able to stay there. We're like, oh, well, actually, let's look at this. And then the biggest thing that probably the number one thing that we work with everybody with is their budget. You give us your budget. We want to make sure that we're in that budget, and that's huge because we want to make this possible for you. Let's be honest, Disney is not cheap.
Correct.
And so one of the biggest things that we do is we're like, give us your budget and let's try to talk about this, because we don't want you to go and then come back just like completely feeling great, but then looking at your pocket going, oh no, that's a horrible feeling.
And I will say that's probably the number one thing that I think bothers people. Like if you want a good experience, go ahead and budget. Yeah. Even if you have to wait 6 more months or a year,
right?
Do it so that you have a good budget and you can enjoy yourself.
Exactly.
If you're trying to I got friends of mine that I'm telling you, when it comes to budgeting, they're good, but they're the type of people that would drive to Roanoke for 10 cents cheaper gas. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, calm down.
Yep.
Understand it's going to cost money.
That's it.
We talked about this, I think, one time about mattresses.
Yep.
It's one cost in your life, probably twice and just pay the money that it costs for a nice mattress. Yep. Same thing with Disney. Pay the money, enjoy it. Don't look at it as oh my gosh, $2 for this. And, it's just, don't worry about it. Just calm down and enjoy it.
I completely agree.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to cut yourself short. That's another thing that a lot of people will make a mistake about. They're like, oh, I'm going to save some money and stay off property. Well, let's talk about that and see, are you really saving money? Because money is time at Disney.
Yeah, that is true. We've gone twice and we have stayed off twice, only because we just happened to be there for different reasons, and we were staying for. I always wanted to do because my sister went the same time. She stayed, and we didn't, and much different. So that was one of the questions that I had was they stay later at the park.
So
explain that, because that was one of the things. I mean, man, that's not fair.
And go in earlier too, right?
Right. Okay. So back in the day, pre-COVID, Disney had what were called magic hours. And they were actually specific only to resort guests at Disney World. Typically what would happen was if you weren't staying on property, your magic band would get scanned and you couldn't get on a ride because you weren't a resort guest. And, they wouldn't, Disney is very good about not, booting anybody out, but they don't, through time, you can go through the shops, but eventually you're going to make your way leaving while the rest of the resort guests are enjoying their time in the park, literally until midnight or even 1 a.m.
Right.
So it becomes a really good time with those extra magic hours. It's fantastic. But there's tons of benefits on staying on resort property. Probably the biggest one, and I know Woody can talk about this too, probably is the transportation.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't do it we did it once. We stayed off one time. And I can't do it again because and you were talking about like the meltdown thing too.
Yeah.
One thing that helps us is the fact that if you do a little bit and then you just need a second, like you need I need a second. I just need to go back to the room, whatever. You get on a bus, you're there within 20 minutes. You take a nap, you come back, and it's like it's all the day is new again. And it's like you can't I remember when we did stay off property. Like we were constantly looking for somewhere just to rest, and we ended up hopping on a bus and going to the Polynesian that we weren't staying at and sitting in the lobby because we just needed a second. So and I think people will be surprised, especially if they call you and book it. Like you really don't save a lot. Like really the resorts there, they're very affordable. Like they have ranges that really can accommodate any level of budget, and so I think people will be surprised that. The benefits of staying on than off, like you really aren't saving that much.
One of the things I like staying on the property was if you go in a gift shop and get something, and you tell them where you're staying, then you just go continue your rides. When you get back to your room, your stuff's there.
Yeah,
that is pretty magical.
Yes. DW, you just told me something I did not know.
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
And when you don't have to look back.
Yeah,
so
you don't
You
have-
should
you
have
don't have to
saved
carry
that
all
for
that.
your segment today.
Oh, I've got a good segment coming up. So.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, thank you for coming in. And one of the things that I did want to mention. So, one more time, if you could tell everybody how they could get in touch with you.
Absolutely. I don't think I mentioned before my phone number. So let me give you that. The number to call is 434-515-1370. And you can send me a email at Kristen, Kristen, at minniestravelboutique.com. Or you can go to our website, minniestravelboutique.com.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for being and here's a little something people don't know. We are going to give away. She is gracious enough to give us a $25 gift card. Is that
Oh,
right?
man.
Yes.
So
There you go.
that is not our segment trivia question. However, that's just an added bonus for listening to our first podcast that has video.
That's it.
I was going to mention that, and then I'm like, if they're watching, obviously they know it's video.
Yeah.
So this
We're
is
not
our
watching
first.
it.
So
And if we can get you to sing the Mickey Mouse theme song, maybe we can throw in a little extra at the end.
There you
know.
go.
it's not happening.
Okay.
So,
Oh.
all right. So the question to win this $25 gift card
Yeah.
is name the first guest we ever had on our podcast.
And you said
Simple.
I'm ineligible. I
You
cannot
are
win this.
ineligible.
Okay.
Correct. That's an easy one.
It's an easy one.
And then for those of you who are thinking about doing a Disney trip, please call.
Yes.
And set that up, because I can tell you, as soon as I get home, my wife and I are already talking about another trip. So and we're probably trying to get it a Christmas thing. So we may end up doing
Hey.
yes, for sure.
That's the
Gonna be-
best.
That's
the
that's a
best.
great
And
gift.
you have a big RV too. You could go down and stay
They have an RV.
at the Fort Wilderness at the
They do?
the
Yep,
campsite.
The campsite.
Oh.
You get like a
Fort
golf
Wilderness
cart. Yeah,
Lodge.
like it's
They're
Shut
amazing.
up,
dude.
Oh, we are so
Shut
excited.
up.
Look at him.
We could do a dual
That's it.
trip.
That's it.
That's
You
it.
want
That's
to?
it.
You need a job?
Holy cow! Oh, I'm in for it.
That's
now.
the one you need to go to, man. Especially
a
your
great
your
idea.
RV's like the size of a house.
No,
So
it is not.
It's huge.
It's nice.
And you pull a Hummer behind it. It's huge.
Whoa.
It's
It's
nice.
man, that would be great. Oh man, yeah.
I'm glad
you got to
told me.
line it
I
up
did
with.
not know that.
Oh,
Book it with
Well,
a
we
Again.
got material. I'll give you material at
All right,
the end
I
so you
will.
can dream big.
Perfect. So, all right. I did the trivia question. So now we're moving on to nobody knows.
No, wait a minute.
What?
You got to ask her if she could spend time with
Oh
somebody.
yeah.
The question.
Oh yeah, because I really want to know the answer to this question. If you
I'll-
could spend
I'll
time,
ask her for you.
DW
Huh?
got it.
Oh,
If you could choose any person to hang out
Why
with
do
for
I
24
forget
hours.
that? Go ahead. Sorry.
Hey, you're interrupting me. I'm trying to ask her the question.
Yes, I'm sorry.
If you could choose any person to hang out with for 24 hours, who would it be and where would you go?
just meeting you guys, I would probably. This would be really fun. Okay. Well, I would not be doing what I'm doing if it wasn't for my amazing husband.
Aw.
And so his name is Chris, and Chris and I always say we're two groovy peas in a far out pod. And we,
And that is
anytime with
Chris you
him.
brought with you, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
That's a
my
great podcast
husband.
name idea, by the way. Too. That's
Two gro-
fantastic.
oh.
Two groovy peas in a fart. Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, and who would it be with, and where would you go? I mean, obviously, we're gonna go to Disney.
Oh, there you go. Awesome.
Of course, that would be the answer.
Yes.
That's a great question.
That, well, we try. We try on the show. We
guys
try.
So-
All right. Sorry, DW. I always
okay.
forget.
Yeah.
Now nobody knows.
Okay. So, sticking with your sports theme,
Mm-hmm.
Virginia Tech was started in 1872. Okay. But it
Okay.
wasn't called Virginia Tech at that time. It was called the Virginia Agricultural Mechanical College.
Hmm.
Okay.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Tech's much easier.
It is.
I like Tech better.
And I'll refer to it as Tech as we go through this segment. But it was still the Virginia Agricultural Place. But their first football season was played in 1892. They only had 2 games. Both those games were played against St. Albans Lutheran School, which was close by. The next year, 1893, again only 2 games were played, and back then you had home and away, but they actually had their first, what it would be considered an away game, but it's actually called on a neutral field. And Bart Warner gave me all these tips to look up. So their first neutral game, which would have been an away game, but it was on a neutral field, was played in Bedford.
Get out.
Man.
Okay.
Where at?
Over off of Bedford Avenue at the Randolph-Macon Academy site.
That's
Back
right.
there where the primary school is now. That used to be Randolph-Macon College.
So who was their
That-
opponent? Randolph-Macon?
Yeah, and
Out of-
Randolph-Macon had a place here, but the football team actually came from Northern Virginia. I think it was in Ashland,
Ashland. Yeah.
where their place is. So that's why they call it a neutral field, because it wasn't a home field for either
Get
one.
outta here.
So they traveled here to play that in November 1893, and I got this out of the Roanoke newspaper, and Woody will actually post that article so you can see
Got
that.
that.
Oh, okay.
Now
wonderful.
they lost that game.
And still made it to the bowl, Brian.
Yeah.
Made it to the toilet bowl. They lost that game 34-6.
Wow.
Okay. Immediately after the game, the Hokies Club president, Steve Rush, jumped on his horse, rode to town to the Western Union
Oh, God.
to send a telegram to the college president to demand a rematch.
I'm sure. Yeah. Mayor Rush did that.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, you might be in the same age group. What horse did he ride?
Well, that could be a good trivia question.
I th-
What was the horse's name?
I would go with Black.
Okay.
I think that's probably the name of the horse. Well, actually, DW, that is something I didn't know.
No, that's
the name of the segment there.
Good. This will air after Christmas, right? We got to get our gifts from Steve before we.
Yeah, y'all want me to delay the release of this episode? Okay.
No,
that's
I'll have
all
to hear him. Yeah, I'll get a phone call tonight. Trust me.
And I highlighted, Woody, when you got that, I highlighted the article where it says
Perfect.
all that stuff. So,
All right.
Yeah.
Our business spotlight this week is Ray's Body Shop. Ray's Body Shop is located on 980 Orange Street, Bedford, Virginia, 24523. And you can contact Ray's at 540-586-9092. Ray's Body Shop. They do auto body work. Yep.
That's good.
So
That's important.
Yes, that's the
That's
place
good
to go.
stuff.
Well, on to our trivia question.
Yeah.
So last week, for those who are new to the podcast, we do have a giveaway each week. So if you are a potential sponsor and you're listening, you're welcome to sponsor the trivia segment of the show, and we can give away, gift cards, things like that for the sponsorship. Last week, the winner was Shannon Jerkis.
Congratulations, Shannon.
Now that's when we need clap music.
I'll put it. Yeah, I'll put it in
What
there.
about intern?
There we go. Thank you.
Yay! So
And Shannon's no stranger to winning stuff. She wins a lot of stuff if you keep up with her. I think she sits at home and
I think there is a
hits
record,
every radio
yes.
station, everything calls
Yes.
up.
Yeah,
So congratulations, Shannon.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations. She got it right. The answer was, for those who don't know, the answer was Danville, and the gentleman's name was R.E. Morris. That was his name when he was the chief of police. Now, Thomas Edgar Stripling was his name when he was the convicted felon for murdering somebody. But that is, so that she got the answer right. And so congratulations, Shannon, for winning. This week's trivia question is, name this former Liberty High School dropout who went on to earn a master's degree from Yale. Should be interesting.
Yes.
So I can't wait to see.
So
who gets
the first one to email us, right?
That
We
is
would
correct.
email us.
Yeah. So last
the
week was
answer.
close.
It was close. Chris
It was within.
came in, but he missed it by
It was- yeah.
what was it? It literally was like 5 minutes. Like it was
Yeah, it was
it was
close.
actually it was really close. We're not making that up. But email us. Email us the answer.
Email is the yes, and you
Yeah.
go to our website, which is
lifeliberty.us. And
That's
just like that,
so
just
simple.
Send it there.
lifeliberty.us.
Send it really quick. Once you hear this episode, just send it.
Yes.
Because then I got a timestamp.
Yes.
And that's it.
Click on contact.
Contact. Boom. Tell us the answer, and then you'll
That's
win.
simple.
You'll win the prize.
Yeah. So don't answer on Facebook
No, because that's hard. Yeah.
because
Like,
it's hard. Yes.
it's just hard. And then
Yeah.
just email us. That way we know. That way we got one way right now. Yeah.
So again, the simplest way to watch the show
Okay, so we got a couple. Actually, with the video, well, first of all, we'd love for you to subscribe in Apple or Google or wherever you listen to podcasts. Just
Correct.
subscribe to Life, Liberty, Happiness. That's the one, because then you'll get alerted when we release a new episode. That's the best way. You can also listen to us on YouTube, and I'll usually post the link on Facebook to YouTube, and you will now be able to see the video portion as well on there. So subscribe, and if you want to see us, who wouldn't, right?
Right.
You can watch us on
That's great.
Facebook and YouTube. So
She has my good side, I hope.
yeah, we really worked on that angle for you, Brian.
Lauren, do you have my good side? I got another thumbs up, I think. I can't tell if it's a thumb or not. Okay. We're good.
Now let's all join in. Ready?
For what? What are we joining? Hold on. What are we joining in on?
M-I-C.
Yes, all right. I'm totally in on this. Let's go.
K-E-Y.
M-O-U-S-E.
Mickey Mouse.
Can we get like matching sweatshirts with our name on here?
Yes.
See, you joke, but that's a great idea.
Yeah.
And
right.
you have to have hats.
Yes.
The original Musketeer hat.
Yeah, the black one.
Yes,
with the...
yes, right? Okay.
Oh, that was, yeah.
excited.
Do they make them in like 6L? We can just get a bucket.
I'll look
Small,
in.
medium,
I'll
and
look-
oh my God.
I'll look in. I'll look in on that for you, DW.
Yeah. You'll need to get 2 small satellites for Brian's head.
That's exactly right.
all right. So,
What size do you wear? Elastic? You have that? You have that size. Let's go with that one.
Yeah.
Lord.
So, no, I'm all about it.
That's one last thing. You know what happened at Disney this time that has never happened to us before?
Uh-oh.
It's a good thing.
Oh,
So
great.
we were in Epcot and we were in the gift shop. I forgot what the name is. It was towards the entrance, right?
Mouse gear?
Yes,
Mhm.
thank you. All right, so I was in line checking out, and then we looked over and they started putting up the 2020 merchandise for 70% off.
Oh, isn't
And
that magical?
so we literally got out of line and went over there because, as you know, like discounted it's hard to find.
It
Plus,
never happens.
you can never find large, or there's sizes that you would just never find after a week.
Right.
That happened for the first time this year, and we were so excited because it was like, oh my gosh, the wall is going up 70% off. Go, and we both went and just was like, large, get everything you get. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
Hey,
that's pretty
anything that
magical.
says 2020 for Disney, that is actually going to be pretty
yeah, I
special
can
in years
imagine.
to come.
I got my hoodie.
because-
I got it.
Nice.
Yep.
Woody got his hoodie.
I got my blue hoodie. Can't miss it.
One thing I forgot to mention.
Yeah.
We now have sponsorship packages.
Oh,
put
yes,
together.
we do.
So if you're interested in sponsoring the podcast, contact me at 434-444-1874. It's an easy number to remember.
Easy number.
444-1874. Area code's 434, not 540. So hope I didn't screw that up. But contact me, and we've got plenty of options for sponsorship. We can work with you. So give us a call, and next week I'm here. Are you here?
I'm
next
here.
week?
I can't go to Disney anymore. My budget is Disney budget's gone. So
I've got to. I had no idea about the RV. That's a great avenue.
and that's a nice campground too.
It is
Like
awesome.
it's got a
And you
great
can-
cafeteria,
Yes.
great gift shop.
How do you know this?
I mean, we resort hop like when we're
Resort
there.
hop.
Like like
Yep.
we spend one day. We don't even go to the parks.
Right.
We
Yes.
just go around.
What?
Like, yeah, we ate
Yes.
at like Fort Wilderness this time, and then that's how we really
That's
like
my
it.
favorite resort, by the way.
Oh my gosh,
Fort
the
Wilderness is
lobby
my
is
favorite.
it's amazing. The Christmas tree. No, like that's like how we kind of see where we want to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, our next trip we book. Like we usually kind of go and we'll eat at the cafeteria and
Mm-hmm.
just poke around the resort. So you just spend a whole day riding buses and then looking at it, and it's
I
amazing.
lost control of the show.
Oh man, this is now the Disney podcast show.
No, that's a great show. Again, this week and I'm so you don't know how excited I am to have Lauren on.
Oh right,
Like that's the key. Like she's the final piece
there
to
you
the
go.
puzzle.
Look at her. See,
You
she's
should
in the
be
control
excited.
center right there. Look,
I
She's
can't
the
wait.
boss, it looks like.
that's it.
She is the
She's keeping it
boss.
down.
She's the boss.
So in the future, she's going to be the one that when I give, for instance, when I tell you that Ohio State was 6-0, if I'm lying, she'll go.
She'll correct you. Yeah,
So
she's the
Okay.
corrector.
But listen, you're going to be bored because very rarely am I wrong. I'm just saying. It doesn't happen often.
Doesn't happen often. The jolly host that he is.
Well, have a.
Hey, did you want me to come back next week?
Did I forget?
You asked everybody.
You
but
know
me.
what? You chose to sit behind me, so I.
He did.
Excuse
He was like,
me
"Are you
if I
going to be
forget.
here?"
Well, if I sit at the table, it'll block all the angles for the cameras.
That's true.
Oh wait, did I take your seat?
No.
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
no, you did not. No. That's
gets,
his. This is timeout corner.
Oh, okay.
DW. That's his. That's where he stays.
Yeah, this is where I sit.
So great show.
Great show.
Merry Christmas. And seriously, everybody have a good. I know it's COVID Christmas. It's like it tries to put a damper on it, but I'm not. I mean,
No.
Yeah.
I'm good. This is my first Christmas with Scooter, my dog.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that.
What type of dog is it?
Scooter is a Jack Russell Corgi mix.
Oh my! I bet that's the cutest little
So
thing.
I call it Crack. That's,
Of course. There we go.
he is.
Yeah.
He's fun.
Scooter.
Yep, Scooter.
Oh,
Scoots. That's what I call him, Scoots.
Yeah.
So it'll be his first Christmas. So I'm sure my wife will have something special for him.
Oh.
Uh,
You going to get up at 2 a.m. and cook for Scooter? Cook some ribs?
no. This year for cooking wise, I've kind of toned it down. I am doing ribs, but no, I don't know. I'm just not going all out like I usually do. I don't know.
Yeah. Take a year off.
Well, I wasn't sure who was coming.
That's
right?
true.
Because
You
of the
don't wanna
COVID
overcook.
stuff. Yeah, I mean, we're not having 25, so calm down. I don't need the governor flying above my house. Put the fork down. I mean, we don't need any of that. But I'm just saying, we are, grandparents will be. My mom's actually having knee surgery. Why am I talking about this now? So actually, I can't be around a lot of people because I'm the one that has to take her to the.
This is like bonus material. You have to,
This is like the after the show.
Yeah, this is a
Life,
sponsor.
Liberty,
Yeah.
Life, Liberty, Happiness after show.
After show.
You gotta have music for that. So, but anyway, so my mom's having knee surgery, so she probably doesn't want me telling people that. But the good thing about that is my mom is not technology savvy, so she has no idea.
She's like, "What's the podcast?"
Yeah, that's true. Why do you have this thing?
and our lovely host, Fluffy.
that's an old name.
Do we need to come up with a new one?
No,
Because everybody needs to know that's Brian's nickname is Fluffy.
Oh, I'll put that on the video.
Straight- hey,
like
that
on the-
was,
Fluffy.
there's a
Straight
story
from his
behind
mother,
that.
wasn't it?
Oh, of course,
No.
there has to be a story behind that.
No. All right. Do we have time for a quick story?
Oh, we have enough time to hear what Fluffy came from.
All right.
Yes.
My wife and I went on a honeymoon.
Oh boy.
It wasn't planned. It was that's just who we are.
Yeah.
Pregnancy
So-
test?
No. Reagan came way after that. So we decided we were going to go up north. We end up in Martha's Vineyard area.
Yeah.
So we decided once we got up there, I'm literally pulling into a shopping center, finding a free Wi-Fi to connect to, and I finally get it, and then find a place called Elizabeth. It was a bed and breakfast, beautiful, gorgeous place. I booked it for 4 days. We get there, so we're go out on this. It's a place called Provincetown, Massachusetts.
Okay.
You should Google it.
Sounds like a Hallmark movie.
You'll
already.
start laughing once you get there. But so it's a beautiful place. We go out on the street. We're having lunch. At the time, I used to smoke years ago.
Yeah.
It's been 12 years now. But anyway, no, not quite 10, but close. Anyway, so I tell my wife, I'm going to walk down the street, smoke. So I come back. She's in tears laughing. I'm like, what is funny? She said, have you noticed anything? And I'm like, no. What am I supposed to be? And I'm like, well, that was kind of odd. I did pass a bookstore, and everything in the store said my two moms, my two dads. And she said, yeah, we're in a gay village. And I'm like, huh? I didn't know this. Are you serious? And she's like, yeah, it's okay, isn't it? I'm like, yeah, it's fine. So that night we go to a restaurant, right? The waitress comes over and she puts her arm around me and she's like, I can already see you sweating. It's okay. You won't even notice during the day. It's a tourist town, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'm okay with it. She's like, no, I can tell you're nervous. So I had a few drinks, right? My wife and I were enjoying it. And so we're getting ready to leave. The waitress comes back and she was great. And she said, you better be careful. He's awful fluffy. And so that's where the name came
Fluffy.
from.
Okay.
I swear.
Now we
So it
know.
came from the
Wow.
waitress. She said, he's
On your
attractive and
honeymoon.
he's awful fluffy. So
He's
you better be
fluffy.
careful. So anyway, that is where it
That's
came
where it
from.
came from.
But that is, that was our honeymoon.
There you go.
No, and the place is gorgeous. If you ever go there, it's
Yeah.
Provincetown, Massachusetts. It's a what is that area called? Help me, because I'm
New England.
no. Shoot, it's called something. And why am I? Oh, I've had so many.
Man,
blanks
what is
today.
going on with you, Fluffy?
Yeah.
What is going
There's
on?
a lot going on.
Yeah.
But you have Martha's Vineyard, Cape Cod. I guess
Okay.
is what it's called. Yeah.
Okay.
So we did that whole. Just if you ever get a chance, it's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
The whole area up there is gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's absolutely
That's
beautiful.
awesome.
But yeah, that was their.
That's Fluffy. There you
Yeah.
go.
Well,
Now we
that's
know.
where it came from. Waitress gave it to
That's
me.
it.
They call him Fluffy. See you next week, everybody.
All right.
Have a Merry Christmas.